sent one to you last week.
Yes, I got yours. I'm sorry I didn't stay up late for it. Okay. Okay, I do have a majority report from you for 467. How about 167? Yeah, I have your name on here, but
Ooh.
ooh. Okay. All right. We'll open up the executive session. We'll hear, we have the first bill is House Bill 167. Representative Walsh, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass. Representative Walsh is recognized to speak to her motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Obviously, we want to keep PFAS and all related fluorocarbons out of our water, so we don't need it on skis, boats, or anything else that would be in the water at any time.
Right. So just to jog everybody's memory, when we passed the PFAS legislation last year, we had a place on the list so that more ornaments can be added to the tree. And in this case, we're now addressing wax. And much like the original bill, the things that we're banning are things that are already taken off the market or not actually available on the market anyways. So this is just feel good to make it sure that everybody knows that we are serious about, we don't like PFAS coming into New Hampshire. So, and I had a very interesting discussion this winter with my cross country ski wax guy. And they were talking about how there was reconfirming what John had experienced, but it was about 5 years ago, where there was this big panic and everybody had to go through and clean out their inventories and put it in a special bag and and have it disposed of, especially. So, okay, so the motion is ought to pass on House Bill 167. Is the question clear? The clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Keith is not here. Representative Cole,
Yes.
clerk says yes. Representative Porcelli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh,
Yes.
Representative Miles,
Yes.
Representative Cressa,
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert. Not here. Representative McAleer,
Yes.
Representative Spear,
Yes.
Representative Gibbs. Yes. Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Teresa,
Yes.
Representative Salvi,
Yes.
and Representative Hunt.
Yes. Motion carries. All those in favor of placing House Bill 167 on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. It's way at the bottom, yeah. Okay, next up, HB 275. Relative to health carrier credentialing requirements. And Representative Burrows, second by Representative Patuszek, moves inexpedient to legislate. Representative Burrows is recognized to speak to her motion because she's already written her blurb, right? What is-
Who moved that?
This is the one where a dentist was required to do something by one of the insurance companies, and the insurance company didn't really care. It was a federal requirement, and he thought the insurance company should pay for it.
Okay, this is a healthcare bill where it's mandated by federal law.
Talking to the mic,
No, it wasn't. But turn your mic on. It was coincidentally in that case, but basically the purpose of the bill was that if an insurance company says you need to have your employees go certain training
Okay,
or whatever
okay.
training course that you need.
Okay.
If the insurance company, because as far as he was concerned, it was coming from the insurance company
Okay,
sent him the notice,
okay.
even though it was really the insurance company sent it only because the federal requirement.
Okay, okay, this is a bill where, if in the event that there is training that is mandated by insurance company, which emanates from federal requirements, the bill was advocating that the insurance companies pay for the training. We, felt that this was, not appropriate, and the specific training that was covered.
But we
by-
didn't get into the training course.
I just wanted to add it. The training was never specified.
No, right.
in the
Well,
bill.
he did in his testimony, but yeah.
No, he didn't.
He said at whatever training. That's
He
what said.
didn't answer it. Okay, you don't want me to say that, okay.
You can say it, but I'm just telling you, he did mention that. Watch the tape. Isn't this great? You have everything on YouTube now. We can watch the tape. Okay, so the motion is inexpedient to legislate. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll. Representative Petusek,
Yes.
seconded.
Oh, second, okay.
Okay. Representative Petusic,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yeah.
Here. Representative Cole,
Yes.
Representative, the clerk says yes. Representative Priscilli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Your mic is not on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Okay,
might want to
so
pull it closer.
there we go. Representative Walsh,
Yes.
Representative Miles,
Yes.
Representative Pressa,
Yes.
Representative Burrows,
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. We've got that. Representative McAleer,
Yes.
Representative Spear,
Yes.
Representative Gibbs,
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Charassa,
Yes.
Representative Salvi,
Yes.
and Representative Hunt.
Yes. Yes.
15-0.
It's going to be 16 because Cole's here now.
Oh.
Right? Let's count it up. No,
15.
what, you count your checks.
Okay.
15 or 16?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have.
15.
Okay. How do we have 15 on the PFAS?
Dan is not here. And
I know, but
Sullivan.
I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, 15 is zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Consent calendar. Okay, next up is House Bill 276. The title of the bill was removing the requirements that an on-premise beverage licensee food. We do have an amendment for this bill, but we took action already. So the first vote we need to take right now is to reconsider our action on 276, where we made it inexpedient. Is there any discussion on the motion for reconsideration? Seeing none, the clerk will call a roll for reconsideration on 276.
Do we do it on the same page? No, we don't have that. So 276. And the motion is
Reconsider.
reconsider. Okay. Representative Petuchik,
Yes.
Representative Osborne,
Yes.
Keith is not here. Representative Ammon is not here. Representative Cole,
Yes.
the clerk says yes. Representative Priscilli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Pressa.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Charassa.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes.
So I'll get 15. 15 to 0.
Okay, 15 is it for reconsideration. Okay. Next is ought to pass on the amendment,
1033H.
an amendment number 1033.
And
Is
that's
the-
for retaining.
Yeah, so Oh, okay. Okay, we're not done yet. You know, after all these years, you think I know that, but I don't think I've ever done this before.
Every single time it comes up, and we talked about it earlier today, so I think we do.
No, I never thought I need to make two votes. But I knew,
Vote,
the re-
yeah, we want to reconsider
okay,
it. and
we
now
voted to reconsider, now we vote to turn down the ITL motion. We have to, see, I thought that we,
I can double check with you.
no,
We
it's fine.
talked
Well,
about it
I would
earlier
much rather
today.
do it. Faster to do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the motion now will be to vote no on inexpedient to legislate.
So that's ITL.
Right, so that this is, and so we're asking everybody to vote no so that we can take up the tavern amendment. Okay,
Okay.
is the question clear?
And-
All right, so the clerk,
Who moves
yeah, put my name, sure. And Burrows,
Okay,
okay?
all right.
Okay, so the motion now is should the inexpedient motion be turned down? So voting yes would means that you want to, no, you want to vote, no. ITL should be no, okay. All right, so the pending motion is if you want to turn this ITL motion down, vote no. No. That's my parliamentary. Okay, the clerk will call the roll.
Okay, Representative Patuchek,
No.
Representative Osborne,
No.
Representative Ammon is not here, Representative Cole,
No.
Representative Post is here, and I am a yes. Representative, I mean, a
No,
no,
wait,
excuse
no.
me. Representative Priscelli,
No.
Representative Walsh,
No.
Representative Miles,
No.
Representative Pressa,
No.
Representative Burrows. Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer,
No.
Representative Spear,
No.
Representative Gibbs.
No.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Charaza,
No.
Representative Salvi.
No.
Okay. 14, 15, still 15.
Okay, 15
Zero.
zip. Okay, now the motion is ought to pass on the amendment number 1033. So who wrote a blurb for this one? Did anybody write a blurb? Nita, did you write a blurb on this one?
To pass one.
I had Burrows' name, but I like,
Yeah, I had Burrows too.
Was that the amendment?
yes. No, that's the, no,
Update it?
no, yeah, this is the new amendment.
Okay.
What's that? I wanted it to be Jared, but he wasn't here, so. Okay, so. Right now, we're just voting on the amendment, yeah. So Representative Burrows, second by Representative Petusek, moves ought to pass on the amendment. Any discussion of the motion to ought to pass on the amendment? What the amendment basically does is create a tavern license. And a tavern license would restrict, you have to be over 21 to get into the tavern. But that it would have a higher license fee, but would not have any food requirement.
So we did not have a double page.
Yeah,
For
so
this,
I would
so
just,
I'm
I would
gonna
just, you make another
change this.
column, just draw down, is that what you're worried about? The page?
No, I'm-
Okay.
It's 310 and this is still the last one, which was 276, right?
Yeah, we're doing 276.
276. Let's do 276. Okay. All right, just make sure we're good.
Okay, so the motion is ought to pass on the amendment.
And we're
Is the
gonna do
question
that.
clear?
Mhm.
The clerk will call the roll.
Okay. And this is Representative Patuchek,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Emmon is not here. Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh,
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza,
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer,
Yes.
Representative Spear,
Yes.
Representative Gibbs,
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Charaza,
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
So we're 15-0.
Okay, motion passes at 15-0. Now the motion is ought to pass as amended. Is the question clear?
Yep.
Ought to
Is
pass
it-
as amended.
Same people moving it,
and same people, right?
so it would be you.
No,
Nope.
Burrows,
Burrows was first.
because she wrote the blurb,
Oh.
and Hunt.
Okay, and vote.
Okay,
Okay, so we do another page again, or not?
yeah, it's a new vote,
This
right?
was, yeah, new vote 276.
So you could just create another
And
column.
motion,
Or do you
this
have,
one
do you have,
was-
do you have extra sheets? If you don't,
I do, I
Okay.
have a bunch of these.
extra sheets, cool.
Yep,
Okay,
yep, it's
perfect.
the other ones that we have to watch
Right.
now with the numbers.
Yes,
And the motion on this one is.
ought to pass as amended.
TP. No, we're doing a new one now, right?
Yes, correct.
So this was ITL, the other one?
No, that was the amendment one? I don't know.
So this was,
We
this
just
was,
voted
this
on
was
the
the
amendment. The
ITL,
vote we just took
right,
is on the amendment.
is on this one,
Ought to pass as
Okay,
amended. On
okay.
the amendment 1033,
okay.
1033.
Oh,
Okay, so
Okay.
now the motion is ought to pass slash amended.
okay, sorry, that's my confusion. And this is still 276, all right. And this is 1033H, all right. Representative Patuchek,
No.
Representative Osborne, Representative Emmons.
No, you want yes. Yeah, no.
I'm voting no on this.
Okay.
Did you notice that I made the second? Not him?
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Yes.
Representative Cole,
Yes.
the clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh,
Yes.
Representative Miles,
Yes.
Representative Pressa,
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer,
Yes.
Representative Spear,
Yes,
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza,
Yes.
Representative Salvi. Representative Hunt.
Yes.
And we have. This is
I'm
so
I'm
it's-
going to disqualify Representative Ammon because he was not in the room when the question was put.
That's right.
Okay, so we give him a nay or we give him NV?
Absent.
Absent, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 to 1.
14 to 1. Okay.
On consent.
All right. So all those in favor of placing 276 on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved unanimously. All right. Just in time, House Bill 310.
You're,
So all our numbers are gonna be off now. So I'm just gonna change them. Because we had to use that
Oh,
other
yeah.
document,
Okay,
So I
right?
wouldn't use this one. I would just, do you have another blank one of these?
I have another blank one of these in here.
The executive session chief.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got it?
of course.
You know,
So we would need,
943H.
312.
Yeah, 943.
Yeah, we're doing 310 now.
Yeah.
We're just. getting
Right.
it out.
oh, okay, 312 is after. Okay, great.
Okay, so you can fill it in. We can go ahead with the discussion. Okay, establishing the commission to study the creation of regulatory framework for stable tokens and tokenization of real-world assets in New Hampshire. Represent, Ammon moves ought to
Ammon.
pass on amendment number 0943. And seconded by Representative Patusek, and Representative Ammon is recognized to speak to his motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is an amended version of the original bill. We took some discussion points from two of the other bills, or at least one of the other bills, and added blockchain-based trusts to this commission charge and made a few other changes, including line 26. We added privacy concerns, environmental protection to be part of the discussion. So I move Amendment 943H, all to pass.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on the motion about to pass on the amendment?
Okay, great.
I
Okay,
mean, everybody
thank
knows
you.
anyway, so.
No, I told you not to use
Oh, sorry. So this is, we are,
Okay, we'll get it
310.
correct after the next
310.
one. We'll get it
Let's do it
correct
on
in the
that.
next one. Okay. Okay.
okay.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
So we are
On
310.
To pass.
Yep.
On the amendment number
Oh, 943.
943.
Okay,
All right?
all right. Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Representative Poe says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes,
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Charaza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes. Okay. Vote is,
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
okay,
16 to 0.
16 zip. Okay, the motion is now ought to pass. Representative Ammon, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass as amended on House Bill 310. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
And we're doing it
Ought to
here?
pass.
Where's
As
the
amended, yeah,
amendment?
yeah,
0943 and same people.
Um,
Ammon, Patuchek. Where you went,
fine.
Hunt?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I had Burrows, but that's fine.
Okay. Burrows.
No, no. I was just having you say. I try to have both parties, like whoever makes the motion, and do.
That's a good idea.
Thank you,
I'm
310.
Representative Spear.
I'm very sorry, but on the amendment, what was the vote?
The vote was 16 to 0.
That's right.
All right. So Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Pressa.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Charaza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi. Yes. Representative Hunt.
Yes.
16 to 0.
Okay, vote carries 16 to 0.
0.
All, right place now. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, next up, HB 312, relative to the right of intercollegiate student athletes to earn compensation through the use of their name, image, or likeness. Representative Pressa, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves to retain
This is retained.
House Bill 312.
Who was seconded?
Burrows. And Representative Pressa, do you want to make any comments on it, or you'll?
I think we're good.
You're all good. Okay. Clearly, this bill is not ready for prime time because the NCAA hasn't figured out how they want to cope with it. So, and as you might remember, we had a fair amount of discussion about what they could promote and what they couldn't promote. And I really don't want to go into that battle. So, retaining is definitely the right answer. Okay.
Great.
Is the question clear to retain House Bill 312? The clerk will call the
Okay.
roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Pressa.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Tarasa.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
16 to zip.
Okay, vote carries a 16 to zip. All right, next up, House Bill 316, relative to reimbursement for ground ambulance services. I'm going to do something very unusual for me, but I was willing to accommodate a member of the committee. So Representative Miles would like to us take up an amendment, and she will present the amendment to the committee members.
So we did the amendment first.
Yeah.
56.
Okay.
I got a copy. Keep one for the file.
Okay.
Keep one for the file. Okay.
It's 1056.
There you go.
Okay, given that we don't have enough copies.
No, we do.
for-
We do.
Got one.
Well, for the public, let's say, I will generally describe what the amendment does. Basically,
Can I describe that?
the,
Can I describe it?
what's that?
Can I describe it?
Sure.
Does everyone have it? Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This amendment maintains the original study commission that is in the original 316 bill. We all know that access to healthcare does include EMS services. When people dial 911, they do expect an ambulance to arrive. All around us, there are ambulance services closing. Most recently, Berlin Ambulance Service, that services Berlin and its northern towns, announced closure as of April 1st. The downstream impact of delays in care is going to have a much higher financial burden than if we maintain the current standard of EMS. And the governor, the coroner office has noted that 325% would be supported. So therefore, this amendment allows for the study commission to study all payers continue and be established. At the same time, offering the opportunity for 725 ought to pass if it were to be made a motion.
Okay, so the chair ruled that basically I'm treating this as a divisible question because there is actually no language, She's just dividing up the bill and with deleting section 1 and 2, which or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. So, which is basically the creating the committee, creating the study, creating the compensation system, and doing what something I think is really incredibly revolutionary, and that is that we're actually now going to ensure that if someone is insured, that when that ambulance shows up, and if that person waves off, that they will get service. And they will get paid, and the ambulance would get paid for it, which I think is solves another problem that's been hanging out there for a long time. And the fact that we're addressing it in this bill, I think is a it's a win-win because we get rid of balance billing. We get rid of. I know it's never going to be enough money to pay for all the operations of the ambulance, but I just don't believe that that we should expect private insurance to pay for this benefit for everybody else, and that's what will happen
So-
if you go with a different model.
So therefore, I would ask the committee to pass 316 with amendment.
with this amendment, right? So that's why I'm not too excited about this amendment. So, at any rate, is the question clear? Anybody have any questions in understanding what we're trying to do here?
I have one question.
Yes, Representative Reed.
So with this amendment passed, the original 316 sets the default rate, which is less than 50% or 40% of
If we pass 316,
with this amendment.
she is hoping that we will then pass 725. But if we don't pass 725 and we pass 316 with this amendment, that means we aren't doing anything for money this year.
So the provision in the original 316 where you have the default rate set to, 200% of Medicare rate.
No, it wasn't setting it. It
I
wasn't
mean, it's not setting,
it
but basically
was
it's slashing the rates to 40%, about 40% of like market-driven rate.
slashing. No. Right now, we're increasing the rate because right now the private insurance companies are not paying anywhere near 200% over Medicaid.
Yeah,
Medicare.
yeah,
But
that's
we're
why I'm-
increasing the amount they're getting paid. But what this amendment does is take that language out of the bill. That
Well, it already-
deletes that section.
Your original 316 was reducing their billing by about 60%.
No, see, you're just so it would be understandable. You're taking that 320, the House Bill 725.
No, I'm talking about 316.
I am saying you're talking about 725. If you're going to say that 316 reduces reimbursement by 40%, what you're taking that 40% of is not in current law. It's in another bill, House Bill 725. So if you have to understand that if you vote for this amendment, you better be hoping that 725 passes,
Okay.
because then you have nothing. There is no money. Representative Gibbs.
Thank you. While, as I said during our earlier discussion, I would like to see 725. And one thing that I should add, and that is that I ran into Senator McDonough on my way out. He buttonholed me to talk about this. This was on my way out after our last discussion. And he told me that 725 seemed the most likely to pass in the Senate rather than the original 316. But I would rather have the original 316 than the amendment, because I think it's better to do something now than to set up a commission and wait for the commission results, because I think that the ambulance providers need some relief this year rather than next year or the year after.
Fair enough. Any other comments on the amendment?
Let me just make sure that I totally understand.
Yes.
So we're not really passing 316 as it is, we're just passing this amendment to it.
Right now, the
that makes
pending
it
motion is on
study-
this amendment.
Yeah, the study committee. So this won't go into effect, as I understand that the New Hampshire fire chiefs don't like this bill, or some of the other folks don't like it either. So we're really waiting to pass 725, hopefully.
That is your opinion.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what I was led to believe.
Is there any more discussion on the amendment number 1056? Yeah, Representative Petruset. Basically, this is a dividing the question. So, no, this is an amendment. We don't, because we don't have that. That's something that happens on the House floor. But that was why I was willing to entertain this amendment. Normally, I would never entertain it. I would have just said, this needs to go back to subcommittee to be addressed. But given we don't have any more time left, I was willing to do it this way.
So one last time, just to clarify myself before I vote on this. So with the original 316, the bill was planning to reimburse up to around 200% of the Medicare rate, correct?
Not only that, it also included that when an ambulance shows up and the patient seems they've done whatever they need to do and the patient feels better about it, they get paid for that, which they don't now. So that's a bonus that's in this legislation.
Okay, so, and with this amendment, that 200, up to 200% that the original,
Of over Medicare, right, Medicaid rates. And I have to
will
say,
that still be there or it won't be there?
it would be in there, well, it would be out of it if you pass this amendment. If you want to keep that, then you would vote no on this amendment.
Okay, and this will tie it down to 725.
Then it comes down, 725 is going to be taken up later. So yeah, 725, we could pass both. We could pass as many bills as we want, even though they're contradictory to each other. That wouldn't be the first time that the House did that.
So we can work on the bills itself rather than amendment, right? We
Excuse
can
me?
just work on both the bills, 316.
Well, right
and-
now, 725 doesn't have any, we were planning on retaining 725. That was the plan, if you remember, if you got your sheet. Your cheat sheet.
Yeah, but we'd like to, okay, I mean, when it comes to that time,
Yes,
we'll talk.
we can
but-
have another discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, the pending motion is ought to pass on this amendment number 1056.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Yes,
I should point out that the original 316, which brings up to 200%, also includes a provision that every 2 years, the insurance commissioner shall review the reimbursement amount.
that is correct. And that would be deleted if you vote yes. So if you want to keep that, you would vote no.
No, that would stay as part of the study commission. That's part of the commission.
One of the tasks of the study
Yes.
commission. Okay, but it would not implement it. Right. Okay. The question clear? All right, the clerk will call the roll.
Okay, Representative Patuchik,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
No.
Whoops.
Time out.
No.
No.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon. Representative Cole.
No.
The clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli.
No.
Representative Walsh. Do we put her as an A?
Absent.
Absent? Yes. Representative Miles.
Yes.
You are a yes. Not a no?
It's a yes.
Okay. Representative Pressa.
No.
Representative Burrows. No. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
No.
Representative Spear.
No.
Representative Gibbs.
No,
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Tarassa.
No.
Representative Salvi. No. Representative Hunt.
No.
Okay, so we have one yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I put him in the wrong place over here. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 to 1.
Okay.
15 to 1.
Okay.
Patuchik went, oh, Miles. Oh, me. Okay, there we go. So it's 14 to 2.
13 to 2. One wasn't here.
Because we had one person out of the room.
So we had one person out of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So do we have 17?
So 13 to 2.
We're missing, well, at that particular vote, we're missing 1, 2, and 3.
Sullivan and Herbert.
So
Bishop Walsh wasn't here to vote.
Sullivan and Herbert was out. Those two were out. So we have
So
1,
14 to
2,
2
3,
works for me.
4, 5, 6,
Works for
7,
me.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Okay.
13 to 2.
It was OTT.
Okay.
So this is 13 to 2.
Why did you vote for him?
Why did I vote for it? I don't know. Sorry, I put it here
Okay.
instead, I put it here.
Yeah, so why did you
Instead of
move your
here.
vote over there?
I,
You can correct your vote now.
okay, all right.
15 to 1. Or 1 to 15. That's been 1 to
Okay.
15
All right,
to be official.
okay.
Okay.
14?
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
I'd
were
now
at.
like to make a motion for OTP 316.
Okay, thank you. All right. Representative Miles, seconded by Representative Patusek, I hope.
Okay.
That moves, ought to pass on House Bill 316. Any discussion on
Yeah,
the
so-
merits and benefits of 316? Yes, Representative Teresa.
So I plan, like I mentioned in the subcommittee, I plan to oppose 316. And I just want to present my reasons behind that, and then we can do the voting.
Okay.
I believe that both the ambulance service and the New Hampshire Association of Fire Chiefs, they have expressed the need for 3.5% of the Medicare rate payment. This bill does not solve their problem. Actually, this will increase the premium and still will not solve the problem that they are currently facing. Because it gives only up to 200% of the Medicare rate. If HB 316 were to pass and the municipality had no opportunity to attempt to recover their cost via balance billing, because this bill also gets rid of balance billing, then that will get paid, but that will get paid for the substandard rates. I mean, there are only two possible outcomes. One is that first, any loss of revenue from the current billing practice would be made up by increase in local property tax, or municipality have to seek to provide lower level of ambulance service, and sometimes they might end up completely, which will be both be disastrous. So I feel that this bill, even if it's increasing the rate being reimbursed to the ambulance service than what they're getting right now, this bill is not going to solve their purpose, or this bill is not going to be helpful to them at all. In fact, this bill is going to be counterproductive for them. And this has been expressed by both ambulance services as well as fire chiefs, for which this bill is intended to help. And for that reason, I plan to oppose this bill.
Fair enough. Anybody else wants to make a comment on this piece of legislation? I think everyone gets it pretty well. Okay, so the motion is ought to pass on House Bill 316. Clerk will call the roll.
Okay. Representative Patuchik,
Yes.
Representative Osborne, Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Representative Post says yes. Representative Pacelli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh,
Yes.
Representative Miles,
Yes.
Representative Pressa,
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer,
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes,
Representative Gibbs,
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Teresa,
No.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Okay. 14 to 1.
14, we're missing something.
So we were 16.
Oh, I'm sorry, Representative Hunt.
Yes. Okay. All right, the motion carries 16 to 1. Do you want this on the regular calendar or the consent calendar? No, you have a minority report, right? You have a minority report?
I will send it today.
Okay, so therefore it has to stay on the regular calendar. Okay. Okay. Next up, House Bill 359. prohibiting the denial of banking insurance services based on any factor that is not quantitative, impartial, and risk-based as measured by an objective standard. And I would like to move to retain this bill. This bill's got a lot of different angles on it, which includes both banking, insurance, and all kinds of other things. And did you want, okay. No, okay,
I
you-
thought we were gonna ITL this.
No, we're going to retain it. Because it brought, it's got a lot of different things that we need to look at before we take final action on it. So my request is to retain it. Or no, right, seconded by Representative Hammond. Do you want to speak to it? Sure, you can go ahead. Speak to it.
Yeah, so I spoke with the sponsor. I think he's not happy, but he's satisfied with retaining the bill. This is an issue that's being addressed at the federal level. I think the committee should get up to speed on the history of this issue. It's easy to Google Operation Choke Point and Operation Choke Point 2.0. If you just Google those two phrases, you'll see that there is some history to this, but it's being handled at the federal level. So retain is the right motion.
Right. Okay. Any other discussion on the motion to retain? Yes, Representative Gibbs.
Thank you. I would prefer to see this bill ITL because I think that issues such as a company's record on environmental issues may well be relevant to that company's qualification for a loan or for insurance, and therefore I think this bill should be ITL. But I will go along with retain.
Okay. Thank you. I agree with you. The bill has a lot of issues that need to be brought up and needs to be addressed. But at this point, it's a lot of work, and it comes down to whether this should really be a federal issue rather than a state issue. Given that most of our banks are federally chartered banks. So, okay, the motion is
My comment?
Oh, yes.
I think this bill is government interference with businesses, and I will not vote to retain it. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't follow that, but okay.
You didn't follow that?
That it was government intervention.
Government telling a business who they can loan money to and who they can't.
Right.
I don't think this
So
bill
you would
is worth-
rather have just
I don't think this bill is worth retaining.
got it. I got you. Okay. I thought it was the complete opposite, but the
I just
business
have a
was
question.
doing it. But yeah,
So why there is no commission on it to discuss detail? Or are we waiting on the federal government guidelines first for this bill?
they are dealing with it on the federal level, but in terms of what we should be doing on the state level, we will be the commission when we take this up in September.
So when it's written means it will be discussed only with the sponsors and co-sponsors?
No, it can be talked with anybody, can come
Okay,
in.
but there is no commission as such.
Yeah, we generally try to avoid commissions because, then you get into a long fight about who's on and who's off the commission and that kind of stuff. So by retaining the bill, it will be kept in this committee room, and we will invite anybody and everybody to come in and testify and help educate us and how this is government interference.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, so the motion is to retain. Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Pressa.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
No.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
14 to 1.
Okay, motion carries. Me, you forgot to
Oh,
ask me.
I'm sorry. There we go. Sorry.
Okay, 15
15 to 1.
15 to 1. Right, because we're missing 2. All right, perfect. House Bill 406, relative to the formation of fraudulent businesses. Representative McAleer, seconded by Representative Patusek, moves ought to pass on the amendment number 0960.
Who was it moved by?
McAleer.
Um,
And Representative McAleer is recognized to speak to his motion.
Yes, this bill was brought to us by the Secretary of State. What it wants to do is to try to prevent fraudulent businesses from entering New Hampshire. The purpose that might be to get a loan, et cetera. One of the things it does do is it says that a business has to have an actual physical address that is not like a post office address. And they can cover that because they have all the addresses of companies that maintain a post office address. So I think it should be passed, ought to pass.
Okay, any other discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Pressa.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes. Okay, motion carries about 16 to none. The motion now is ought to pass as amended. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll when she's ready.
All right. Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 16 to nothing.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved. All right, House Bill 427, relative to amending the Uniform Commercial Code. I recommend that we retain this bill.
Could you refresh my memory as to why this is retained rather than ITL? Because it seems like making it non-uniform in New Hampshire would be a very bad idea.
I agree. However, out of my willingness to be supportive of the sponsor, I thought just we could retain this bill and we can continue the conversation. It was certainly getting into aspects of what is well, I don't even, it was very deep. It was very intellectual, and I just feel like we ran out of time. So that retaining it, we'll keep it around. But it is true that I don't really see much of a future for this bill. But I just think it better, as a favor to the sponsor who cares very much about this issue, and we had a little battle royale on the discussion of the UCC. So anything to learn more about the UCC is I think is helpful. All right. Any more discussion on retaining? And that would be seconded by Representative Patuchek.
It's you?
I passed. I moved it.
Okay.
Okay. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Okay, Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Okay, 16 to zip.
Okay, moving on. Okay. so, oh boy, it feels like we're almost getting halfway there. All right. House Bill 434, requiring a policyholder's insurance company to provide a rental car for at least 7 days after determination that the vehicle is totaled or unsafe to operate when the policyholder is not at fault for the accident. Representative Cole moves inexpedient to legislate.
Yeah. Wait a second.
And Representative Spears seconded. Because she's looking at me that way. And Representative Cole, do you want to speak to your motion of ITL?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mandating a minimum of 7 days removes flexibility from insurance companies and could lead to unintended consequences, including higher premiums for all policyholders. Insurance companies are in the best position to evaluate individual claims and to determine the appropriate length of rental coverage based on specific circumstances of each case.
Okay. And this is good while we have the blurbs written ahead of time, so you can just, just read them into the record. All right, any discussion on the motion of inexpedient to legislate? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Priscilli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear. Yes. Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
16-0.
Okay, all those in favor of placing it on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay, House Bill 437, providing specific curative measures for undischarged mortgages. So I will move, ought to pass on the amendment number 0519. And I will be recognized to speak to my motion.
Did you say as amended or on the amendment for the first time?
Right. What's that?
Are we voting on the amendment or as
We're,
amended?
we're voting on the amendment right now. Yes, I'm moving the amendment, ought to pass on the amendment. And it's 0519, Representative Patusek. And I forget what the amendment was, but it was kind of minor, is my memory.
So 519.
Okay, so this bill was very simple, that if there was a glitch, when they do your title work and it gets fined on the title, they find that the mortgage actually never got discharged, that if after 5 years, if it's after 5 years, then it gets automatically discharged. So this saves a lot of paperwork and hassle, and for anybody who knows that how expensive it is to have these people do title work, that anything we can do to streamline their lives would make easier. And Massachusetts had already passed this, and it seems to be working very well. Any other discussion on the amendment? Okay, clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Priscilli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
16-0.
Okay, motion carries. Now the motion is ought to pass as amended.
And I'm thinking I'm out of paper. Oh, one left.
So, Kristen, we're going to need some more voting sheets, please. Yeah, roll call sheets. Yeah,
And this is just OTP, right?
yeah. OTP/A, as amended. That first vote was the
Okay,
amendment. Now
okay.
as amended.
Okay, so we'll swap them, 'cause I know they'll be the same. Okay. And this is OTP, motion bill is 437. Okay. Representative Patuchek,
Yes.
Representative Osborne? Representative Bamman?
Yes.
Representative Cole?
Yes.
Representative Post says yes. Representative Purcelli?
Yes.
Representative Walsh?
Yes.
Representative Miles?
Yes.
Representative Preza?
Yes.
Representative Burrows?
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer?
Yes.
Representative Spear?
Yes,
Representative Gibbs?
Yes,
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terrazza?
Yes.
Representative Salvi?
Yes.
Representative Hunt?
Yes.
16 to 0.
Okay, motion carries a vote of 16 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? So moved unanimously.
It's consent.
Okay, House Bill 454, I move to retain. Is this-
34?
This is the next bill, right?
434. Now we have, go switch that one.
That's the one we just did. We just did that one.
Yeah, 16 to 0.
Right.
And this
Yeah,
is
consent.
consent. Okay. And now we are 454.
Okay, and I move to
454.
retain. Seconded by Representative Burrows.
Okay.
So, many years ago, this committee had a bill
454.
that it was related to cross-state lines for sales tax. And it wasn't we were ever going to pass it because it was going to stop Maine guys from coming over here and auditing New Hampshire businesses. So it was never going to pass it. But what we did was we just always kept it alive. We always kept it in committee so that it made it clear that we are aware of this issue and we want to keep an eye on it, and we don't but that if it ever did become a problem, then we have a vehicle to deal with, and vehicle kind of tongue in cheek because this is about ethanol gas in your car. And so my motion to retaining is not, is that, at this point, it's not clear that anybody is going to have to force to put 15% corn oil into their car. But in case that, if that comes up, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of New Hampshire citizens who don't think that's a good idea. So that's why I'm recommending to retain this bill. Any other discussion on retaining? Okay, the clerk will call on the roll on House Bill 454.
Representative Petrucci?
Yes.
Representative Osborne? Representative Ammon?
Yes.
Representative Cole?
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli?
Yes.
Representative Walsh?
Yes.
Representative Miles?
Yes.
Representative Pressa?
Yes.
Representative Burrows?
Yes.
Representative Herbert's not here. Representative McAleer?
Yes.
Representative Spear?
Yes.
Representative Gibbs?
yes,
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terrazza?
Yes.
Representative Salvi?
Yes.
16 to 0.
Okay, motion carries.
Consent?
Yep, 16 to zip.
Or we don't even do consent? because it
Consent,
doesn't go.
yeah, exactly. Okay, next up is House Bill 467, defining social districts and enabling municipalities to create social districts. And Representative Walsh moves amendment number
1084.
367.
1084.
Oops.
Good. This, yeah,
Seconded.
seconded by Representative Burrows.
OTPA.
To pass on the amendment. Yeah. Representative Walsh, you're recognized to speak to your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This bill will, as amended, will allow social drinking to be legal in designated public spaces. Social districts would first require approval from their respective municipal government to allow the social district. Such districts have been highly successful in both large cities such as Savannah and small towns like in Hickory, North Carolina. At least 8 states have adopted statutes allowing municipalities to create districts where it's legal to drink alcoholic beverages in public spaces. By allowing restaurants and businesses to participate, owners would have skin in the game. Not just one establishment would benefit from the additional business, but all would, as targeted economic development tools. Patrons would be allowed to walk around with specifically designated containers of alcohol in this area. This allows for much more freedom for both the businesses and the attendees.
Was the amendment 1084?
Yes.
Okay, and the amendment just simply changes how the vote happens on a town level by identifying all the, or city level of all their different governances and which one would rule on it.
So are we going to vote on amendment now? or
Right
are we
now,
going to
we're
vote
just
on-
inventing on the amendment, correct?
Oh, okay.
All right, so the motion is ought to pass on the amendment number 1084. Is the question clear? The clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
16 total.
Good. Motion carries 16 zip. The motion now is ought to pass as amended. Moved by Representative Walsh and seconded by Representative Burrows.
Okay, and Representative
Oh,
Patuchek. Oh, sorry.
So
Is the question, okay, now, we're now ought to pass as amended.
so
Do you-
before we do that,
Can
since
you
I'll be
give-
opposing it,
Yes,
I want to give my argument for people to hear before they vote.
that's true.
Okay, so I've actually made a minority report and I have sent to you. Basically, this bill will allow people to take the open containers of legally purchased alcoholic beverage outside restaurants and bars within the social district perimeter, walk around, go do shopping, etc. This has potential to create an environment where intoxicated individuals can be more prone to aggressive and unruly behavior. Drinking in a bar and restaurant is different from drinking in open public spaces, as scope of public interaction is limited and bad behavior can be monitored inside the restaurant and bar. Allowing people to drink outside in the social district will require more public safety measures and law enforcement, and will require additional tax dollars to implement law and order and plans for monitoring, management, traffic control, and public safety enforcement. Allowing alcoholic beverages in public places will not only create a bad impression on younger children who are taught in schools say no to alcohol, but it can also make it easier for minors. Again, let me repeat, it can make it easier for minors to obtain alcoholic drinks if they have a legal age friend. So it's very important. The shopping experience for families will not be best with fellow shoppers carrying open containers of alcoholic beverages. So this is my argument, and for this reason, I am opposed to this bill, and please consider this before we do the voting.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
I would like to also, I'm going to oppose for this bill.
You also want to
Yeah,
oppose?
I will
Okay.
be opposing this bill because we have enough places to drink alcohol. I really do not want alcohol to be in a place where lots of family people will be there with the kids and we are carrying a container. It is very difficult to control those. There are lots of crimes done after having this kind of a situation. Many, few states have basically implemented this. I have sent you an email also. I have given you the proof that there are places where the cost has gone up. The businesses has not really gone up. The way in which right now, if we allow this, we are just distracting people and we are just trying to basically sell more alcohol throughout the states by not having any proper control in place and allowing police to work more hours to take care of the crimes. Thank you.
Okay, Representative Hammond.
So respecting my colleague's disagreement, I'm going to be voting for the bill. I think the bill is a good idea. I think children observing adults drinking beverages helps to normalize it, helps to not treat it as something that's forbidden. It's a natural part of being an adult. And this is completely enabling, so towns can decide to do it or not. And so we'll leave it up to the governing bodies of those towns. And I see that there could be a benefit where a town could do, a St. Patrick's Day event or something historical, celebrating a local anniversary of some, historical event. I think there's lots of opportunities for towns and cities to utilize this so that they can revitalize their downtown. So I'll be voting yes.
Okay. Any other discussion? Representative Walsh.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree and will be voting for it, but what I wanted to make as a point is that this enables and encourages economic development, not just for the places that are restaurants or pubs or that sell the liquor, but because it's allowing the people, it's encouraging conviviality, and that they will be walking around in an area that might also have jewelry stores or clothing stores or other places of business that will benefit by being open during this time period where these people are walking around that may not have normally gone into those establishments. So it helps not only the restaurants that are selling the alcoholic beverages, but it can help all the other businesses in that social district.
So, actually, I mean,
Well, let me just make sure. Does anybody else like to speak for the first time? Representative Patusek.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Derry, New Hampshire, creates a social district 1 day a year. It has done so for the past 8 years. It's called Derry After Dark. Derry After Dark is known in the beer industry as the best in the state. There are hundreds of people who attend this for approximately 6 hours. Over the time of 6 years, it is, oh, by the way, adult only. There have been 0 arrests by the police. Just FYI.
Okay, yeah, just before let's remind the committee, so there has been some experimenting with this concept already in several cities. And in terms of how one gets away with it in other towns, that's limited to the brewery and the brewery's property. But you can't carry your drink from one brewery to the next. But having said that, I would say that this committee has passed in the legislation in the past, that if you were to go to a winery, then it's not limited to just that little patio, that you could walk among the vineyards with a glass of wine in it. The issue of children being exposed, I would have to say myself personally, when I took my kids to a wine tour, they hated it. It was incredibly boring, and I would never do it again. They just didn't, So I think that at the end of the day, I have total confidence in parents making a decision whether it's appropriate to bring their children to one of these events. And that I would never pass legislation simply because of exposure, children exposed to alcohol, because frankly, that's what happens when you go to a restaurant now. There's alcohol there, and they're seeing people drink responsibly. So I hear you that you're concerned about it, but I would say is that I wouldn't say it's unfounded, but I was saying is that it is not as bad as it sounds. It's not as scary as you think it is.
I just have two comments because I want to respond to both the representatives.
Yes.
So starting with the representative, that you answer your own question, that when dairy does it, they do it. The reason why they do it once a year, or a couple of times in a year, is because that becomes an event, and people look forward to an event. This social districting that we're talking about right now is, when you define that, is going to be like you either define it, and people during those days in the week, on those times, they'll be open to drink and carry the container. That's different than opening up on 4th of July, where people can drink outside. It's different.
Well,
So
okay.
that's one comment I would like to respond when you said that dairy does once a year. So yes, once a year, people get excited. Second thing, you also mentioned that in those gatherings, there are adults only. So yes, when it's a once a year event, those people who want to enjoy, they go there and enjoy. It's not a family event, they don't have to go there. But when it's a day-to-day affair every day in a social district, where if you make Nashua downtown, Main Street as a social district, people of all kinds, people with families, people with adults, people, whatever, everybody would like to go shop around, walk around. So that's different than, doing it once a year as an event and making it adults only. That's the answer to a comment that I would like to say when you presented the question. The second would be Representative Walsh, when she said that can help businesses and shops. Again, if it's a one-off event, it can help because the vendors can come. People are, they gather, for example, motorcycle event or some event. They gather, they do the business. But with established businesses, with established shops, those shops need customers of all kinds. They need customers for family with children, family who don't like people drinking in open. So I don't think it's really going to affect businesses thrive a lot just because you're allowing people to take container inside the business, inside the shop, and that's why people are doing shopping there. Second thing, I didn't mention about that.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. This is an executive session, not a subcommittee.
So those are the comments I would like to say to address both of them.
Well, here's the comment. Do you think we didn't get it the first time you said that? I mean, you pretty much are repeating yourself. So do you think there's anybody here not understanding why you think this is a bad bill?
Well, I just want to respond to Representative Walsh when he said this is good for business. I think this is not good for business.
Then you got it. All right, we got that.
Okay.
Are we all set?
Yeah.
Okay. The clerk will call the roll on ought to pass as amended, right? As amended. Thank you. Kind of forgot where I was.
Representative Patuchek?
Yes.
Representative Osborne?
Yes.
Representative Ammon?
Yes.
Representative Cole?
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli?
Yes.
Representative Walsh?
Yes.
Representative Miles?
Yes.
Representative Preza?
Yes.
Representative Burrows? Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer?
Yes.
Representative Spear? Representative Gibbs?
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Teresa?
No.
Representative Salvi?
No.
Okay, so we are 14 to 2.
14 to 2.
Yes.
14 to 2. And will there be a minority report?
Yes, I already sent that
Yeah.
to you, but
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
already sent you
So
the
it's
email.
not consent.
So it's on the consent calendar.
It is.
It's gotta be on regular, right?
No, excuse me, regular calendar. I'm sorry. Yeah. Regular calendar has to be on the regular calendar.
Because it's 2.
Okay. Next up is House Bill 496, requiring the Liquor Commission to distribute certain information in liquor stores. And Representative Walsh, an expedient to legislate.
ITL. Who's the second?
I can do it if you don't want to do it. You want to do it, Cole? Sure. Okay, Representative Cole, seconded by Representative Walsh. Inexpedient to legislate.
For which one?
As you might recall, we had this same bill last year, and we thought we had it resolved, but the sponsor wasn't happy. Is there any discussion on the motion of inexpedient to legislate? All right. Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just put it in the wrong one. I'm sorry. Representative Burrows, you were yes, right? Correct. I'm sorry. I just missed Herbert. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
So 16 to zip.
Okay. Vote is 16-0. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay, HB 507. Relative to the timeline for credentialing of mental health care providers.
Mr. Chairman, I did the report.
Yes.
And I move to pass 507.
Yeah, what was
OTP.
the amendment number?
507? Oh,
Okay.
993.
That would be an 0993?
Yeah,
Okay, 0993.
seconded by,
Seconded by Spear, since Burrows is out of the room.
and motion is OTP.
Okay, Representative Miles, you're recognized to speak to your motion?
Thank you. So this bill is relative to credentialing mental health providers, and it facilitates the process down to 30 days once the department has received an application. It does not change the credentialing requirements, only the timeline for processing. And so hopefully this will ensure timely credentialing, improving access to mental health care, and reducing delays for providers joining insurance networks.
So since I saw you reading, that's
I sent it to
the
you.
insurance company, right? Not, you said department, I wasn't sure.
Yes, correct.
So,
Thank you.
make sure you edit that. Okay. All right, so the motion is ought to pass on the amendment. Any more discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Okay. So here, and Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
So it should be 15. Yeah,
Okay.
14.
The vote is 15-0. The motion
Oh,
now.
Representative Hunt, I'm sorry.
Good. Yes.
There we go.
I hate that too.
So those were out.
Okay,
So 15 to 0.
All right, Representative Miles, seconded by Representative Burrows, is now in the room.
And this is an ought to
Motion ought to pass as amended.
So this would be Milesboro. This is.
And
507. Okay. All right.
clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza,
Yes.
Representative Salvi,
Yes.
16-0.
Okay.
Representative Hunt.
And yes, 16 is right. Motion carries. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. All right, next up, House Bill 517. Let's see, repealing the granted state paid family leave plan. Representative Ammon, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass on the amendment number 649. And Representative Ammon is recognized to speak to his motion.
I didn't realize I was doing this one, but I think.
Oh, I
can
thought you
remember.
did volunteer too, but
I can do it. So we're not repealing the program with this amendment, but we are repealing the marketing budget. And the thinking is now that the program is up and running, why should the state use taxpayer funds to market an insurance product being offered by a private company? The private company can do that on their own. So saving the taxpayers money. So.
and the good news is that they're evidently doing well enough that they've offered to do the marketing. Okay. Any discussion on the amendment for House Bill 517? Yes, Representative Gibbs.
I am satisfied that the insurance company will do the marketing.
Good. All right.
Who moved it?
Representative Ammon,
Ammon. Second.
seconded by Representative Burrows. Okay, the clerk will call the roll on the amendment.
Okay, Representative Patuchek,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
He's left
Up,
the room.
up, left the room. Okay, Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Okay, so we are.
And yes.
And Representative Hunt, I'm sorry, 16-0.
Okay, the motion now, so it's going to be 15-0 because 15-0 because
Oh,
Osborne's
there's
out of the
he's
room.
out, I'm sorry.
Okay, motion is now ought to pass as amended. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Okay, Representative Patuchek.
Yes.
Representative Osborne is not here. Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk is yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh. Yes. Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt. 16-0.
Yes.
15-0. He is not here.
Okay, motion carries. All those in favor of placing 517 on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, House Bill 529. Relative to the Liquor Commission. Boy, that's the shortest definition of a bill that has got more elements to it than the periodic chart. Representative Sullivan originally in the subcommittee moved to retain it. Since he's not here, I'll make the motion to retain. There's chock full of lots of stuff here. Some of it we've actually already paid, passed in the past years the hours, but and anyway, this is 529,
Retain.
so it's going to be retained.
Second.
Yeah, Petrusek. Any discussion on retaining this bill?
I am out of sheets again.
Out of roll call
Uh,
sheets?
Yes. We had a lot today.
Well, I don't know if they told you any different, but back when I was the clerk, when it came to voting sheets, if I had amendments in the bills, I would create columns. But they probably don't want you to do that, so.
Well, you could show me.
Yeah, well, I'm
We're
not sure it's
doing
legal. I'll have to find
sites.
out
Oh.
whether it's find out if they want you to do it, but yeah, we got to make sure they give us more voting sheets.
Oh, we're almost done. My dog will be happy.
What's that?
I was just saying my dog will be happy that I'm going home early. That was fast.
It's not over yet.
You're done with that?
For me, this was my first experience. I learned a lot in that school.
Yeah, it's fine. What do you do in your
I run a couple of businesses. An IT servicing company. I have offices in countries. I'm a real estate investor. I used to have the apartment buildings
in New Hampshire or?
in New Hampshire. And I sold all those. I'm into the commercial property. It is out of nutrition. But my kids cannot handle apartments.
No, yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, the pending motion, this is 529. The pending motion is to retain. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patucha.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Mammon.
Yes.
Representative Pohl.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terrazza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes.
16 to 0.
Okay, vote carries 16 zip. And that's a retained bill. Okay. Next up is House Bill 556, relative to the sale of products that are labeled as biodegradable or compostable. And Representative Herbert was going to make the motion. Anybody else like to write the blurb on this one?
Question. I wasn't here for I was testifying during the discussion, but is there any, I assume you want to ITL it?
We did have ITL.
Is there any benefit to retaining this bill?
No, because
No.
you can't track and whether it's really, the enforceability is the problem. Because just because you write on the package that it's biodegradable, who's going to be the judge that it really is?
Okay.
That's the problem.
That's what the problem was. We have no way to,
Okay.
All right,
nobody did.
I'll make the motion. That's fine. I'll write the blurb. Okay,
Second.
so
Burrows.
and Spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in so much trouble now, it doesn't make any difference.
You're
Okay,
not in trouble.
all right.
We're retaining? No, we're-
Inexpedient to legislate is the motion. Is the question clear? Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patusa.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Pohl.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative Maglia.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terrazza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes. Okay, all those in favor of placing 556 on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. So, do you want to write the blurb on that one?
Okay,
Since, because
Oh.
you had nothing to write. Did you get anything to write?
I know, but I really
Okay.
paid for it last time.
Okay, no,
Wait, So
I'll,
you need it today?
yeah, I need it now. I'll write it. Don't worry if you don't want to do it. I'll take care of it.
I don't have a computer. Do you have one?
I still have battery. Yes, I did bring my computer in to do blurbs. Okay. Next up, House Bill 565. Allowing the persons under 21 into veterans clubs, private clubs, and social clubs under certain conditions. And we were going to retain that, and that it was under you. You made the motion to retain?
I move to retain.
Retain, and seconded by Representative Burrows. And you will retain this bill. Any discussion on retaining? Yeah, Representative Burrows.
Yeah, I just want to say I concur with the retain. I initially was really in favor of passing it, but when we heard testimony from our former colleague about the smoke and the impact on her child, that really swayed me significantly. So I just wanted to say that.
Right. Well, yeah, and that was important too. But
Yep.
I mean, I think the reality is that VFWs do have a public room anyways. So, if you want, they can sit in the public. They don't have to sit in the bar. That if they want to go there, they can just sit in the public room. So, if they decide to bring their children, and we were limiting it to try to children, and then of course the Literary Commission said, how do we know, if they're under 18, they're not carrying IDs, how do we know?
No,
that they're really
I just
children?
think some way it's important to make a public statement about, a small child can't say, I don't want to be in this room because there's smoke going on and I'm inhaling it and it's going to impact me later in life.
Right. Well, I mean, my problem was that if it's family, okay, but what she says, the problem in this case was that they're divorced,
Yeah.
and she would never bring her daughter to a VFW.
Yeah, but I mean,
for
I guess the
smoking.
point is a small
But
child
unfortunately,
was,
her spouse
yeah,
did,
yeah.
and so that having just limiting it to family can have a whole nother set of complications. So, all right. So at this point, we'll retain it to see if we can figure out some way we can solve that problem. Okay. The motion is on to retain. On 565. Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Petruso,
Yes.
Representative Osborne,
Yes.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Priscelli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles,
Yes.
Representative Preza,
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear. Yes. Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Terrazza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes.
16 to 7.
Okay. And that is to retain, so we don't have to worry about that. Right. Okay. All right. Next up is 705. Relative to healthcare cost transparency. Okay.
There's an amendment for this. I
Yeah.
believe.
So right. Do you want to make the motion on this, or do you want me to make it, or who do you want to carry the flag? You're the sponsor of this bill,
I am the
right?
sponsor. I haven't seen the amendment, though. I know we talked about it. We had some words written down.
Oh, yeah, you turn to the last page.
Okay.
This is good for everybody. So, down at the bottom of the last page.
Right, so this is the change on page 6, line 21.
Yeah, because basically we left the other thing about the applicability dates.
Alone.
We left that alone.
Yeah.
And then we just make the effective date, and we narrowed it down. And yes, it's written a little bit differently than when we normally, well, I would say when we sent it over to Legislative Services, but when
Sure.
you read it, it makes sense, so it's good.
So we changed the applicability or the contingency of this to be contingent on the rules that are going to be established based on the executive order of the president,
Correct.
requiring insurance companies to be transparent with their data. And the purpose of this bill is so that the insurance department receives a standardized format of the insurance data so that they can then process it. But it'll also be available to the public, anyone that wants to suck down that data and compute it, put it into a database and analyze it, will be able to do so. So I think this is going to help
As long as
transparency.
I'm not force-fed it.
I think this will help transparency for, you know, our healthcare industry in the state. And so I move
Okay.
the amendment.
Representative Ammon, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves to pass on the amendment number
10908.
1090. Any discussion on the motion? All right, seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Okay, Representative Patucha,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Representative Cole. Clerk says yes. Representative Casselli,
Yes.
Representative Walsh,
Yes.
Representative Miles,
Yes.
Representative Preza,
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer, excuse me. Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes. Okay, 16-0. All those put on, oh, yeah, it's ought to pass. Now the motion is ought to pass as amended.
That's on your file.
And that would be it, right? Okay. All right, is the question clear? Ought to pass as amended? Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patucha.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Casselli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Yes. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear. Yes. Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes.
Okay.
This is. I have your name on it. I have your. I end up writing whatever I don't, but I crossed my name out and put your name in. So, can you write it down? Do you have your computer? Yes, you do have a computer. Yeah, right. I was gonna go get my battery. Are you? Oh my God, Jesus! What is wrong with my phone? Okay. If you make that, you write that, that'd be great. Okay. All right, here on the home stretch now. All right, 706. Relative to prohibiting insurance companies from conducting an audit of provider services after services have been delivered, but before payment has been made to such provider. After much thrashing through to try to figure out what the issue here is, what the problem here is, the insurance department is very eager and ready to figure this one out for us. And so they have asked us to retain the bill, in which I make the motion to retain. Okay, any discussion on retaining? See none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patucha.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
Clerk says yes. Representative Casselli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows. Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear. Yes. Representative Gibbs.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes. Okay, well, 16 is it. That's retained. All right. HB 721, relative to establishing gold and silver as legal tender. Representative Ammon moves to retain. Seconded by Representative Patusek.
Yes.
Representative Ammon, you're recognized to speak to your motion.
All right. So the price of gold just crossed $3,000 the last few days. So when we started talking about this last year, it was $1,900. So that's a pretty good return.
I remember when it was
gold and silver.
$300.
The US dollar is printed out of thin air, and it's no longer backed by anything but the good faith and credit of the United States. Gold and silver is in the US Constitution as legal money, so I think it's something we should return to maybe at some point. But for this bill, I think retain is the appropriate motion. Some states have passed this, but those states have had either a sales tax or an income tax that affected the transfer of gold and silver. We don't have that. So retaining, maybe we focus on business use cases and bartering. There may be some implications for bartering in the state of New Hampshire that we might want to tweak, but we'll get to that when we get to the bill.
Want to research that. Right, exactly. Okay, any discussion on the motion to retain House Bill 7021? Yes, Representative Gibbs.
Thank you. With consideration of those who have argued in favor of this proposal, I don't think this should be considered further, so I recommend ITL. This proposal brings up a number of unrealistic possibilities, so I will vote against retain.
Okay, I mean, I would just say is that it's a hard stretch to figure out whether what we can do in terms of this legislation, but at the same time, I'm always open to hear what could be done. And that, again, that's the reason why I like retaining, is I want to keep it around so that we can talk about it. And then if something comes up, if we see we have a problem, then I would want New Hampshire to fix it as quickly as possible if we have some situation where that it would be beneficial for us to have this legislation.
I do understand that. I don't think it would be beneficial, and I don't think it should be considered further. I understand that you would like to hear more, and that's reasonable, but I don't agree.
Fair enough. Okay, Representative Spear.
The only comment I'd like to make is I heartily disagree that the dollar is based on air. That's the only exception I have to Representative Almond's comments. It's not based on air, and I could provide you 17 tons of backup on that. But I just wanted to make that one comment, and that's all.
I'd like to add that the full faith and credit of the United States is good enough for me.
Not air.
May I just
But that's another debate for another time.
We have 10 minutes to noon.
We got 10 minutes.
It's
so
another
yes,
May I just, this is a current topic. So Elon Musk just had an interview with Sean Hannity, and they have found, not Sean Hannity, Ted Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz. He has found, they're calling them magic money computers. So in the federal government, there are 14 computers that they have found that just issue payments whenever asked. There's no ledger accounting. These computers,
without getting any backup, this is a little bit nuts.
So to me, that sounds like printing money out of thin air. So
Let's move the motion.
Well, actually, with this whole discussion, I did hear on NPR, so I can figure that's kind of safe. And NPR, it was one of the rare moments where the Republicans and Democrats came together. And there's a web page right now on any given day. You can go on and see exactly how much money was paid out and under which department. And the system is still up and running. It's still there. So, and they were actually using it when we're, sort of questioning what Musk was saying, making savings, that the assumption was that they would then look at this computer and at these numbers on a daily basis, they would see the cuts that he's saying they're making. And I won't get into any editorial on that one, but all I know is that I thought it was really interesting that you're talking about transparency, that you can go online and see exactly how much money we spend
Comment on that.
every day.
The Federal Reserve has a page that they're getting the information from. You can get it directly from the Federal Reserve every single day, exactly to the penny.
I think it is a
That the
Federal
Fed-
Reserve program.
That's where
that
they
I'm
get
talking
it from.
about. That is the Federal Reserve program, right?
Yes.
Exactly. So, if you have spare time in your hands, which we'll have here in Commerce, because we won't be meeting for a couple of weeks. So, if you want to journey over to the Federal Reserve and see what money is going out there, that'd be great. Okay, so the motion is to retain. Is the question clear? The clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchek,
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
No,
No. Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
Yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Okay, so we are what? 13, 14
15 to 1.
to what? 13 to
Okay, last but not least,
what?
Important one.
House Bill 720, relative to ground ambulance services. Given what we've done on 316, my recommendation is to retain House Bill 725. That way, in case whatever happens and the dust settles, if things don't go, if we don't get an answer or something doesn't go right, at least we have a vehicle that we can use for, so we can have a bill on the floor come next January. We will be discussing this bill in September.
So, Chair,
We would be discussing, if retain motion passes, we would be discussing it in September.
actually, if I may, I would like to make a motion for,
Okay, right now we have a retained motion on the floor.
so can I,
So you
is
can
it
urge
possible to change
people
it now?
you can urge people to vote no and take up a different motion.
So first we vote no on this and then
Correct.
suggest another motion?
That is correct.
Okay, thanks. I'm just learning the procedure, so, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say?
But
The motion right
I
now
think we're
is,
talking about retain, so,
okay. All right. The motion is to retain
Who's second?
in Burrows. Okay. Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Patuchik.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
Representative Cole.
Yes.
The clerk says yes. Representative Purcelli.
Yes.
Representative Walsh.
Yes.
Representative Miles.
Yes.
Representative Preza.
Yes.
Representative Burrows.
Yes.
Representative Herbert is not here. Representative McAleer.
Yes.
Representative Spear.
Yes.
Representative Gibbs.
yes,
Representative Sullivan is not here. Representative Taraza.
yes.
Representative Salvi.
Yes.
Representative Hunt.
Yes.
Okay, 16 to 0. Oh, sorry. 15
One.
to 1? No, 16 to,
Who was the one? No, it's no
no,
one.
nope, everybody was
16-0.
yes.
Yeah.
Gibbs, did you vote no?
no, I voted yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
voted. You voted, Teresa. You voted yes,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
You're going deaf, man. Okay, vote
So-
counts 16 to zip. All right. I didn't even bring my gavel. So how I wasn't worried about
So
that.
I was asking that, can we make a motion to pass after this?
No, not today. Because I said we had to turn down this motion first, and then it would be open for further motion.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, and it's just been retained, so there's no floor fight. So see you in September.
Is this yours? Is that mine?
Okay.
All right. So right now I have 2 minority reports from you.
Yeah.
276 and 467. Right? Two minority reports.
Yes.
All right. And everyone else, please make sure you have your verbs sent to me ASAP.
Can we talk about the schedule for
Yes.
next week?
Okay. Speaking of the schedule, I historically of next week, correct. So when I look at the calendar, now buckle your seatbelts, okay? I, as a policy, do not take up Senate bills until after crossover. Crossover is in April. Deadline. And anybody have a house calendar? But I believe it's like
April 10th.
anybody can tell me what date is crossover?
April 10th.
That's what I
April
thought. Okay, so that means April 10th. That means we won't be doing anything until the following week.
Which is,
Well, actually, now that I look at it, I have to go to Pittsburgh, so so we might not even be meeting that week because I have to. Yeah, well,
the week of the 20th?
if it counts on Tuesday, I could. On April 15th, tax day. Well, you guys will all be doing your taxes, right? And then the 17th. Yeah, so we might not even be meeting that week. So we might be pushing everything out to April 22nd.
wow.
Yeah. Well, I would have said we had a lot more, but evidently there's a new policy on the Senate side. It's called the Hunt Revenge, and which I find really rude because it's not me, it's this committee, and that the fact that this committee it does not like their pharmaceutical bills that they keep insisting putting in, let alone foreign policy bills about who's going to buy land in our state. So they have enough of them. I don't know how many are there over there. For those of you who follow the Senate, how many do they have over there? 3 or 4. Yeah. So we'll call it a half dozen. Is by the time they're done, bills that will somehow not make it to this committee, but we'll see it all in House Bill 2 when it comes back. In which, of course, we would urge leadership to make sure that the Commerce Committee would be able to weigh in on all those amendments. And I will tell everybody, so when people, right, people talk about non-germane amendments, just so everybody knows, House Bill 2 is the only bill that does not have germaneness as a rule. So it is the Christmas tree. And so therefore, if you, that anything they want to add to it, they're free to add to it. And because that's Senate rules anyways, but that even goes true for us on the House side, that we can be adding things to House Bill 2 without having a germane hearing. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but obviously we'll be paying attention to what comes back from the Senate on House Bill 2. Correct. Yeah, figure. Yeah.
So the next Commerce meeting will probably be April 23rd?
22nd,
22nd.
that Tuesday?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would say that there is a potential I could be doing something April 15th in the morning. Because I just fly out.
Is that a Tuesday?
That is a
as well?
Tuesday. But I don't know. I have to find a committee room to do it. You all want to come to Pittsburgh? We have a great hotel there. It has a pool. Okay.
There you go.
All right. With that, we are adjourned.